Hey everyone, I imagine that the daily life of a police officer is very mundane, with most of the days being 90% of stuff they've done before, over and over. We have to deal with the same situations every day with civilians. But one thing that blows my mind is there being an incredibly small chance of then coming across someone that's wanted, that's on the run. And those encounters always lead up with minute stuff like being pulled over, where then the police officer realizes who they are. One common occurring thing that happens a lot of the time is that a suspect acts really nervous beforehand, trying really hard to make them sympathize before they question them. For example, in one of the body cam videos, a guy gets pulled over in a parking lot for being uninsured and not having a license, which the guy immediately starts pleading with them to let them go, talking about how he does everything for his family and how they're struggling, which sounds very overreactive for a small charge, until you realize that he was on the run for 20 years for killing someone. So when you go back to watch these body cam recordings, it's weird to think how the police officer is just going through the routine without knowing who the person really is.
While the police are usually able to capture them very quickly, there are times when wanted suspects go into hiding and are missing for years. Hi, I'm Jake, and these are 3 cases where missing suspects were eventually found.
Take a second, 1040. He's taken off.
Starting with when a wanted criminal accidentally answered the door to the police. In West Salem, Wisconsin, an officer stopped a car for having an expired registration, but he sped off before he could be in.
But always like the small details that really get them screwed later on. So like an expired license plate.
Copy with previous license number you gave me.
Hey man, got your license proof insurance?
No, I saw this because I remember hearing a story about like this same kind of setup of some guy being caught after like 5 years just because of the plate. But I don't think it's this guy. No, it is this guy, yeah, I remember because he keeps on calling his mom.
I'm on the highway right now. I was coming back to come. Oh, yes.
I couldn't hear what she said.
The officer pulls the car over and starts routine questions, but right off the bat, something seems off as the driver is reluctant to disclose any information, even blatantly ignoring the cop's orders. However, the officer—
Dude, that guy down on the passenger seat looks sick as f***.
Hop off for me, man. Hop off for me. Take a second, 1040. He's taking off westbound 16, taking off male black driver.
If that was me, I would just shoot the tires and pray to God that he steers into a crash.
Surprisingly, upon asking him to step out of the vehicle, the driver speeds off immediately. He's later identified as 29-year-old Devontae Bradley. But when the police search his vehicle on the database, it's discovered that he is not the owner of the car. In fact, when officers call them, the owner of the car denies even knowing him. So they decide to pay them a visit, but find something shocking instead.
I'm guessing that was the friend who gave him the car. If so, that's pretty nice of him to help him evade the police.
607, I had one take off back in the house. He's locked inside. Everybody can respond 1040. Just holding perimeter for now.
It looks like the owner lied about not knowing Devontae, as he is present at their residence. The officer immediately recognizes Devontae once he opens the door, and the young man remembers the cop, so he slams the door and bolts. But the officer won't let him off so easily.
Come on out here. Can you show me your other hand? Yeah, come on out. Come on out. We want to talk to you about something.
Why can't y'all talk to me right here? Like, I don't understand what I did.
I am not the officer that's here that originally was at the window, or at the door. Come on.
Yeah, I definitely remember this story, because I remember this back and forth going on for like an hours between this long hallway.
I will be able to talk to you about that, but when you shut the door in our face...
The funny thing is, I remember the story, but I just don't remember why he was being chased by the police, or what he did wrong.
611, I have contact. There's nothing to be scared about.
If I remember, I swear to God, it was something to do with like, unpaid, no, it wasn't unpaid, I can't remember. Just something that he kept on like rejecting for a while until the police had to find him.
Okay, so I'm Nate. What's your name?
Talk about what?
About a situation, that's why we're here.
What situation?
The situation was involving a fleeing in a vehicle from the police.
I like body cam because you can see so much emotions in the hand movement like that. That has a lot of emotion behind it.
Let's see if the police's method of persuasion is effective.
We're not gonna grab you, we're not gonna do anything like that. We want to peacefully talk to you, but this needs to be done in a situation not like this, okay? We need to get closer to you. Okay, yes, we probably will place you in handcuffs because he told you you're under arrest. So here's the situation. You're under arrest right now, so part of the arrest process is being placed in handcuffs.
Right, then you're gonna take me down.
Remember, like I said, there's a possibility. I don't know all the charges he has on you. If he has a multitude of charges and he has felony charges and stuff like that, and you're on a felony bail or bond,
That's what I'm
are you? So then, unfortunately, yeah, Devontae, you're gonna go to La Crosse County Jail.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm not about to get out, dude.
Devontae, but we're not going away. This situation.
No, so it was because, yeah, so maybe I guess he's on probation.
We're not leaving. Okay? So we're trying to handle this peacefully, and we're trying to get this done right here, right now.
So one small detail that makes this kind of like heartbreaking is that the guy, he's talking to his mom over the phone the entire time, and he does like break down crying. I think.
Even more. The policeman definitely needs to be appreciated here for not using brute force to get to the bottom of the situation.
I'm gonna walk a little closer towards you. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna grab your arm.
These are like two diplomats making peace after a war.
Yep, we're gonna. Is this your mom? He'll hold the phone.
I was on FaceTime. Oh my god! I swear to God, it was during just voice. Oh, he can.
It's okay, mom. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm not gonna.
No, I
want it on?
I
Do you want it on?
It's okay.
You can keep it on.
Leave it on. Leave it on. She wants it on.
Or I'll hold it for you. I'll hold it for you.
She wants it on.
Okay, your call.
I'm about to cut it off, okay?
She doesn't want it off. Just hand it over.
We'll keep it on.
Devontae, just hand it over.
He wants to see her. Yeah, he don't want her to see her.
Okay, I get that.
I get it.
So here's the deal. We're gonna put you in handcuffs right now. Okay? I know it's okay. Just relax.
You can check me.
Oh, that's badass. Hell yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. We'll go right out.
Yep.
We'll go right out.
At last, the officers are able to convince Devontae that they don't mean any harm and are simply there to do their job. As a final act of service, they allow him to smoke a cigarette, and then they're off to the police station.
Hell yeah.
The young man is officially
Badass.
charged with fleeing an officer and bail jumping. But while Devontae was relatively harmless, Mohammed Bilal El Amin, on the other hand, was wanted for shooting an individual in the face with a handgun and was on the run for nearly 28 years. In 2022,
That is the real stuff, where someone is just on the verge of being insane, does not care if he's about to be found.
over.
What's your last name?
Sakim.
Sakim. Okay.
This guy looks like a nerd. How could he shoot someone in the face?
She's gonna come and get me. Yeah, so
Okay.
you're about 57 minutes away from me. I was almost at the hospital.
Okay. Take this off for me.
Yeah,
What is
just
that?
send me what the information you put in your GPS, because that way
I didn't
can
go-
have the same thing.
I don't know the name of this place right here.
We'll get it figured out. We'll text it to you. It's
on the
Prince
radar.
Avenue.
It's
All right.
Prince
So
Avenue.
here's what's going to happen, Sakim. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to place you into custody today. Okay. You're gonna have to go down to jail.
Oh no.
You gotta get booked in. They're gonna take your fingerprints and picture.
Okay, so right off the bat, I get like a huge feeling of this guy being like somewhat childish. Because he seems really very calm, but at the same time, the guy did say he shot someone in the face. So I really feel like he's one of those people that like, if you annoy them just one tiny bit, they will just like blow your head off with a shotgun. So I want to see where this goes. It can either like end peacefully or it can end with him like getting chased.
Children, I have a sick uncle, and I run the household. No, I really
We
do.
don't have a choice at this time.
Please
So we're
put
placing you under
Auntie-
arrest. Go ahead and turn around. Put your hands on your back, please.
For someone who's been on the run for 2 decades, it's surprising Bilal doesn't have a functioning driver's license. He seems hesitant to be taken to the police station as he knows what will happen once his identity is confirmed.
Sir, please.
What all do you need out of
I
your
have
car?
Sir, I have a child at the house that they cannot take care of.
What all do you need out of your
Yeah,
car?
if I was on the chase for 2 decades, I would just have like my one last day where I just go crazy. You know, no point in going out peacefully at that point.
I only need my family. That's it.
Table.
I do for my entire. I do for my.
Sit for, I'll
Sir.
call it 3430.
I do
Seat for me.
Sir, I do,
Easiest way is to turn your face towards me and then sit down in the seat. Slide your legs in.
sir, I do for my entire family.
Okay.
Do you know
I don't have a choice here, man. I'm telling you.
I told you I was not going to get in my car.
We
I
don't
swear
have
to
a
you,
choice.
I wasn't going to get in
You
my
have a
car.
suspended license. You're driving a car without insurance. You've got that taken care
I've been
of.
doing it every
you got
day.
suspended registration. You have to go down to the jail and get booked in. Just take your photograph. They're going to take your fingerprints.
Yeah, if you're on the run for that long, surely you would try to ensure every small, not small, but every big detail that would get you pulled over, like the car.
You have a seat.
His circumstances may be saddening. However, The law's the law, and he will face the blade of justice. At this point, the officers are not
He gets
even aware
beheaded
who they
at the police station.
I just have to go by what the law states, okay?
But I'm not even, I don't even, as you can hear my tone and my tone and my sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not from around here. I'm helping my family.
I believe you. I believe you are helping your family. But at the end of the day, I have a job I have to do.
God bless these subtitles. I could not tell a single thing he said.
Uncle is in the ICU, and I'm the only one that goes and checks on him.
Okay.
I'm the only one that sees my household. I take care of my 13-year-old son there, my cousin who is 60 years old, her mother who's 80 years old. I do all the runs for the house. I do all the cooking. I do all the cleaning. I don't even know how my cousin who's visiting because her father's in the hospital.
The female officer sympathizes with him, but it's exactly as she said. She has a job to do. Once they reach the police station, the truth comes out, and it's revealed he's responsible for the murder of Jafford Tucker Jr. As a result, he's
Oh my
charged
God,
with
shot a
murder,
kid?
felony murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and possession of a firearm. But if you thought that was bad, then you probably didn't hear about the most tragic case of Gabby Petito, who was last seen alive and well on body cam, but was later killed by her boyfriend, and her body was uncovered weeks later in Wyoming. The
I
following
was
is
about
the
to
footage of an
say,
altercation
like, she doesn't seem that like kind of a violent person, but then her boyfriend does look.
between the couple
He does
weeks
fit the
before her
description of
death.
this crime.
You want to place your vehicle into park and go ahead and turn it off for me? No, park?
Oh, it isn't parked yet.
Okay, turn off your engine. Go ahead and set your keys on the dash for me, alright? What's your guys' names?
I'm Brian.
Gabby, Brian? Okay. What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm sorry, we've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
It was a long day. We were camping yesterday, and camping got messed out with flies and stuff. I'm sorry I hit the bump there.
I was distracting him from driving, I'm sorry.
Can I get you to step out of the vehicle for me, man?
Yeah.
Just hang tight right there. Do you mind if I take your keys and just put them on your hood?
You got it, buddy. I'm so
Thank
sorry.
you. Oh, no, you're fine.
The police officer stops their van after he suspects they might be driving under the influence, as they're driving quite erratically at 45 miles an hour on a road that has a 15 miles per hour speed limit. The first odd sign from the couple.
Isn't it more like an outside of city road? Surely it would have a higher speed limit than 15.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just some days.
Because I know people that will just drive. Like 45 and a 15 doesn't seem that high compared to people that would just drive 120, like around a school area.
I'm sorry that I'm so mean because sometimes I have OCD and sometimes I just get really frustrated. Not like mean towards him. I just like. I guess my vibe is like I hear him be like in a bad mood. And I was just saying, I'm sorry if I'm in a bad mood. I've just been really stressed. I had so much work I was doing on my computer this morning. It's like down there. I don't know. We've just been fighting all morning, and he wouldn't let me in the car before. And then
Why wouldn't he let you in the car? Because of your OCD?
He told me I needed to calm down. Yeah.
The scary thing is, it really is like situations like this that you probably experience every single day as a police officer, but it doesn't have like a 1 in a million chance of someone getting killed. I want to know how he killed it. Was it like after this guy pulled him over?
Emotions as she's questioned by the officer, but she mentions an interesting point of how Brian downplayed her nervous breakdown earlier, which can be considered to be a sign of mental abuse. The officer will now get Brian's side of the story.
So, tell me what's going on.
She just gets worked up sometimes, and I try and really distance myself from her. So like I locked the car and I walked away from her. What happened this morning?
Hell yeah, he was a good boyfriend. Should have left her there in the camping site to die.
We really had a nice morning, if anything, but she just got worked up because we were trying to get going and get our day going because we want to go like arches before the sun goes down.
Okay. You want to tell me about those scratches on your face?
She had a cell phone in her hand. That's why I was pushing her away, because she wanted I locked the keys so I could walk away. I said, let's just take a breather and let's not, go anywhere. Let's just calm down for a minute because she was getting a little worked up. And then she had her phone and was trying to get the keys from me, so I got away. I was just trying to. I know I shouldn't push, but I was just trying to push her away to go. Let's just take a minute, step back, and breathe. And she got me with her phone.
Can I see your hand? Oh, you got a mark right here.
Oh, that's from a wire.
That's from a wire?
Yeah.
The way Brian talks about the incident is weird, acting like his girlfriend is the one who's crazy here, and how he tries to de-escalate the situation every time. Furthermore, he has an air of confidence around him, but his interview isn't over just yet.
Hitting the curb was her grabbing the wheel.
She grabbed the wheel?
Yeah. She said, I can't believe we're getting pulled over, and then she grabbed the wheel.
What about the speed? Did she take over the...
No, I saw
the pedal on
Yeah,
you?
she was the one that leaned over and pressed on the gas pedal.
The moment of like, I'm still shaking now. The adrenaline, seeing the lights flashing up, and then her gripping the wheel. So if I sped up, I'm sorry about that. Or if I was speeding beforehand.
Oh, so it was only like a small distance. Okay. I saw like he meant like he drove for 45 miles per hour straight for the entire road.
6-gallon water container to fill up, so we were just grabbing water for the hike. Okay. And I was trying to keep everything calm and quiet because there's plans still to go for a hike, but then she gripped me. I'm really sorry about that.
Of course. Do me a favor, you want to go ahead and just take a seat right over here?
Upon being asked why he hit the curb, he put the blame on Gabby as well, smiling like he has a superior edge in the conversation. When a suspect Slade appears...
That's not smiling, that's more kind of like a, I guess, nervous smirk.
You said you were hitting him in the arm. Did you grab the steering wheel?
No, I didn't.
You did not touch the steering wheel?
I didn't touch the steering wheel, but only for like a second, because I just saw the lights come on, and it was more just like, you're an idiot. Like, you know.
But did you grab the steering wheel and like swerve or anything like that?
No. I didn't touch the steering wheel at all.
Surprisingly, Gabby denies having touched the steering wheel. However, she admits to hitting him in the arm. She's still quite emotional, and the officer hasn't reached the bottom of the story just yet.
You said you pushed her to create some distance, obviously, right? What happened after that? What got the scratches on your eye?
The phone.
The phone? So you pushed her and she hit you?
It wasn't like a push and she jumped on me. She was already, she was already swinging and I was pushing. Yeah. A lot of angles, a lot of nails, a lot of rings.
Yeah, you got 3 scratches in your neck. You got 1 on the left side of your neck. You got 1 in your face here, and you got 4 bleeding on your neck.
God damn, he analyzed him good. Like a magnifying glass up to his face.
It's a little bit of nails. I suppose fingernails, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about
Is it bruised or tender or anything like
that?
that?
No. Okay. I'm fine, and I look at it. I hope she doesn't have too many complaints about me. I'm just,
Yeah, okay, now it is getting a bit more awkward with him smiling. Like, yeah, I love her. I hope she doesn't complain.
To paint Gabby as the aggressor, not taking accountability for even the smallest misdemeanor. It's quite interesting to see him attempt to charm his way through the officer's defenses, and unfortunately, they are buying into his story.
Unfortunately, they started making out.
Yeah, do you know if she takes any?
She's crazy. No, I don't think so. No, none that I know of.
The display from his side is a big red flag, as Brian was simply asked whether Gabby takes any medication or not. But he chooses to treat her as a mental patient instead of answering straight.
You have injury, and both an independent witness, probably the next one we're going to talk to as well, which we haven't talked to yet, but the one we did talk to, and your own companion have made it clear that she was the primary aggressor, and that she was striking you and that you received injuries. You haven't admitted to striking her, she has not admitted to striking her, the witness did not see you strike her. So at this point, you're the victim of a domestic assault, that even if you didn't want to pursue this, you don't have a choice. The best thing we can do to not, the law says we have to charge her, it doesn't say we have to put her in jail. Okay? But it also says we have to separate, do a no contact order, and we have to put her in jail if we cannot separate. And the little problem here is you guys are out of Florida living with dad together. How are we supposed to separate her guys?
Oh, the poor? Oh, throw them away.
20, what is she? She's a 22-year-old
blonde hair, you could definitely defend yourself against, but at the same time, we can't say because you're a male and she's a female.
Brian manages to convince the officers that he is, in fact, the victim and Gabby is the offender. At this point, the officers are trying to figure out the next course of action, as a female-on-male domestic violence case is just as serious as the roles being reversed.
We are charging her with domestic assault. So there's going to be a protection order set in place between the two of them until he's able to get over to the PD tomorrow, because he doesn't want to pursue it, but I don't have a choice in this, as I'm sure you are well aware. So he's going to be wanting to go over to the PD first thing tomorrow morning as they open up to get the protective order removed. but that doesn't fix tonight.
The police have a protocol to follow.
Actually, the sun is still up.
Procedure that will be undertaken as of now, except the officers give Gabby one last benefit of the doubt.
How you answer this question is going to determine what happens next. But the only person who can answer this question is you. Think very hard before you answer the question. Do not quickly answer it. Think very hard. When you slapped him those times, were you attempting to cause him physical pain or physical impairment? Was that what you were attempting to do to him? No. What were you attempting to do? What was the reason behind the slapping and stuff? What was it you were attempting to accomplish by slapping?
I was trying to get him to stop telling me to calm down.
Well, it doesn't sound to me like she attempted to injure him. It's your call. This is 100% your call. I support you either way.
I'll let you get back to your parents, okay?
Gabby states she didn't intend to cause Brian any harm, but the truth of that is unclear. It is now totally up to the officers on how they choose to pursue this, whether they declare her innocent or not.
Decided I am not going to cite you for domestic violence battery, okay? It was only going to be a Class B misdemeanor. However, the domestic violence portion of it enhances it. Makes life a major pain in the butt, especially you're 22, right?
He's 22.
So I'm choosing not to cite you today. So you are not going to be charged with it. Alright?
How old is the guy then? Because he looks way older than 22.
I am separating you two tonight. Okay? I want you guys both to be tonight away from each other, relax, breathe, crying, because there's no reason to be crying now, okay?
The officer, with a very kind heart, decides not to incriminate her, realizing that the both of them were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. He knows the girl meant no malicious harm, and he's willing to give them another chance.
Tyson? Yep. Officer Robbins, Bill called for me.
He did, yes.
This is Brian Laundrie.
Alright.
So he's going to get you all set up with your hotel room, and he's going to take care of it from here.
Alright.
Alright? And like I said, just remember my requests. I think it'll make a big difference in your guys' next couple weeks at the very least.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything.
You have to respect how much time he is taking just to make sure they have some time separate from each other. Most officers would just be like, they can still in the same bed, who cares?
Gabby, on the other hand, will spend the night someplace else, and with that, the incident comes to an end. If you enjoy true crime, subscribe to the channel and click here to watch another.
Or am I being dumb? I swear to God, he said something in the beginning about like him killing her. Or is my brain so numb? It's like it's fictionally like writing up situations.
She was last seen alive and well on body cam, but was later killed by her boyfriend, and her body was uncovered weeks later in Wyoming. The following is
oh my God! Can I at least like not leave like one footnote about what happened later and how the police like found him? God. Man, that is terrifying, because I saw like in the beginning the guy was just gonna like let them drive, because I'm sure he sees like this kind of stuff every single day, so he doesn't really have like the patience or time to deal with it. But the fact that he wanted to separate them, to like make them calm down a bit, and then the guy still like ended up killing her, I would feel awful. There really was no hint of him being like borderline insane to the point of killing his girlfriend. But at the same time, I'm sure most people that be pulled over by the police would try to like lighten up the mood by like laughing a bit or making jokes. Plus, in this body cam situation where they got pulled over, it really did seem like just like an average fight between a couple. If it wasn't for that early introduction about like how he killed her, I really would feel like this is like one of those like body cams that you capture every single day that people that they also still have to like end up handing over because it's part of evidence. I'm guessing this recording was used in court to like charge him, but there's not really like a lot to showcase about like how he's crazy. Like this guy, I'm pretty sure this guy like summarized a lot by just including the important parts, but I'm sure that like the whole situation like lasted for hours, and you just like get rid of the empty space because of them like talking and going back and forth, like calling the police station. Like parts aren't even necessary. But even then, it is like pretty scary to know. Like if you showed, I think it would have been way more jarring if you showed this part first and then said later that the guy ended up killing his girlfriend. Like that would be insane to me. I'm guessing this police officer has had like a lot of experience before in the past of having like situations where someone looks kind of normal, but later on they end up like committing a crime. So I guess it is like every single day you have to be extremely cautious to judge what's going on behind the person, to just like to be safe. day. That is scary.
I met that chick do pop. Rest in peace, my nigga. The paper chase don't stop. Don't stop.